Good afternoon, students. As you know that we were discussed about some of the important concepts of psychology. Today we shall see unit number 4, wherein we will try to understand the concept of learning. Learning is one of the important dimension which we need to understand because everywhere we were surrounded by different perspectives. In every situation we need to understand different circumstances. We need to experience. We need to get the different type of experiences based on the situations are considered. For every situation, we may be surrounded by different circumstances or the conditions which will definitely make us to understand something new. So in this regard, definitely understanding the concept of learning play a significant role. So in this unit, you are going to learn about what is learning, okay? What are the definitions which are available for us to understand the concept in a very systematic form, and even how far the nature as well as the characteristics of learning are playing an important role, okay? Next, we shall study about some of the types of learning, okay? So based on the nature as well as characteristics, those were the types of the learning concepts were divided into different types. Next, then if after understanding types, we shall see about the factors which influences on learning. See, somehow learning is influenced by different criteria, and even there are some laws and theories which are available for us to understand the complete information about the concept of learning, and even how learning is to be considered as a process. Okay, ಯಾವ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಇದನ್ನು ಪ್ರಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, ಯಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಸಿದ್ಧಾಂತಗಳಿದಾವೆ, ಯಾವೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಯಮಗಳಿದಾವೆ, ಯಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಅಂಶಗಳು ಕಲಿಕೆಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರಭಾವ ಬೀರ್ತವೆ, ಕಲಿಕೆಯ ಪ್ರಕಾರಗಳಿವೆ, ಕಲಿಕೆಯ ಸ್ವರೂಪ ಮತ್ತು ಅದರ ಲಕ್ಷಣಗಳು, ಕಲಿಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಹೀಗೆ ಹಲವಾರಷ್ಟು ಅಂಶಗಳನ್ನ ಇಂದು ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನು ಅಧ್ಯಯನ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊರಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ. So let us try to understand the introductory part of the concept of learning. Students, as you know that learning is one of the important characteristics of human being, uh, because we have the capacity of or we have the ability, or we can say we have the potentiality of learning those elements. A human being is considered as one of the wisest animal among all the animals. ಮಾನವನನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜೀವಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಬುದ್ಧಿಜೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. That is only because the way how we think, the way how we act, the way how we perceive, everything matters. Okay, human being is considered as the wisest animal of the world only because of the ability of learning, I can say. Okay, and if we are talking about learning, where we can see the root of learning. ಸೊ ಯಾವ ಹಂತದಿಂದ ಯಾವ ಮೂಲದಿಂದ ನಾವು ಕಲಿಕೆಯ ಮೂಲವನ್ನು ನೋಡಬಹುದು ಅನ್ನೋದಂದ್ರೆ, ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ process right from the birth. Our personalities that we are having right now are what personality we are talking about. So they are the different perspectives which should have to be studied as per dimensions are considered. So yeah, anybody's personality can talk. So those personalities are based on usually the type of habit they have developed in themselves, the type of skill they have developed, okay, the knowledge level, the attitude, the aptitude, emotions, feelings, interest. So these are all the other dimensions which are largely results in the formation of learning. So in that connection, there is an urge, there is a necessity for understanding the concept of learning, I can say. All our adaptive as well as maladaptive, which can be considered as cognitive as well as affective behavior, are usually formed by the process of learning. So whether it may be the adaptive technique that we used to have, or it may be the maladaptive technique that we are talking about, they are all the result of learning ultimately. Or psychologically speaking, whether it may be of affective behavior or it may be of cognitive behavior, which may be related to the thought process. So they are all considered as important elements for knowing the concept of learning, I can say. So these are definitely play an important role in helping the individual to adapt to the environment. So we are trying our level best to come out from any situation only because of the ability of learning. If we have the ability of learning continuously, if we do learn every now and then, definitely we will upgrade to any type of circumstances, and even that will help anybody to get the best solution among the available problem. So if you wish to get a solution to the problem that you are actually meeting, ultimately what you need is the way how you apply your mind as per your learning is considered. So for in every walk of our life, the concept of learning, not technically speaking, somehow learning and directly or indirectly is influencing. So in that connection, let us try to understand how important this is and what are the definitions which are available for us to understand the concept thoroughly. The first definition I would like to bring into your kind notice at the initial stage with the help of the definition which is given by Crow and Co. These people, these brothers were defined the concept of learning in a very significant manner, in a very meaningful way, which will help us to get the right type of information, I can say. Okay. So in that connection, let us try to see. According to Crow and Crow, what is learning? Learning is acquisition of habits, knowledge, and attitudes. See, the definition may looks like very big for in front of you, but when you try to understand this definition in a very meaningful form, definitely we can divide the whole definition into different sub-segments so that it will helpful for us to understand what actually it is. I'm not talking about a very new concept in front of you. You are all under the process of teaching and learning. I am teaching and you are all learning. It is also considered as one of the important process. I think you are all familiar with what is learning, but just I am trying to give you the clear idea about how learning is defined. That's it. And these are not my own definitions. These are the definitions which were given by some of the education psychologists, I can say some of the famous prominent educationists who tried their level best to give the right statement about understanding of the concept, I can say. So Crow and Crow used to say, what is learning? Learning is nothing but it is simply acquisition of habits, knowledge, and attitudes. So for understanding of this, habits means the activities that in which we are actually very much interested in. Okay. As well as for to update ourselves, we need to develop the knowledge level. So for that purpose, again, learning is required. So to receive something from the external force, I need some sort of knowledge. So if I ask you to join for a class, by sending a particular link, you must know what is that link and how that link is to be used to join the class. So for anything and everything that I am talking about, or we are all surrounded by, what we required for the process of learning in everyone's life is, I must have I must have the habit of, means I must be habitual towards learning. I must be familiar with, yes, what is all happening, I must know. If that habit is there, definitely that will made us to reach to the concept of learning. If I am very much interested in to improve my information level, that is the knowledge, definitely that is also a part of learning. And definitely it matters by the type of attitude we used to have in our personality. So somehow, one or another way, learning is going to play an important role in everyone's life. It involves new way of doing, the learning process involves new way of doing things, and it operates in an individual's attempt to overcome obstacles or to readjust to the new situation. So this statement is somewhat different from the first statement, though it looks very big, but it will definitely give you the comprehensive information about what learning is. As per the statement is considered, learning process or learning involves new way of doing the things. So we are already doing some activity, but the way I am doing it is not like the traditional one. I am doing that activity in a very different form. Okay, to do activity or it is a process of doing the thing in a very new form, and it operates in an individual's attempt. So individually it is different. It is not seen in every one in the same form. It is completely different with each other. That is what it is known as individual phenomena, which is supposed to be experienced by every one of us independently, not in a group form. For what we are doing this, or for what we are attempting learning process in our day-to-day life, to overcome obstacles or to readjust to the new situation. Whenever I used to get new problems or hurdles or obstacles, I must apply my thought process to get the right type of solution. So if I am doing that, definitely it is a part of learning. So it is nothing but modification of myself to the needy condition. Now we are all surrounded by the pandemic situation, so that we were not allowed to move here and there. Everybody should have to sit, everybody should have to be restricted to be there in respective places only because of some of the other aspects. I request somebody has unmuted itself. Please don't do that. Who is that? Somebody has unmuted. Okay. So as I am talking about the definition of learning, if you continue to the next level, one second. Who is that, please? Netravati. It represents progressive changes in behavior. So ultimately we come to a conclusion that yes, learning is nothing but the progressive change that we can see in the behavior. ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯ ವರ್ತನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಗಳಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಏನು ಅನಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತದೆ, ಕಲಿಕೆ ಅಂತ ಅನಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತದೆ. It represents the progressive changes in the behavior. It enables him or her to satisfy interest to attain goal. ಒಂದು ನಿರ್ದಿಷ್ಟವಾದಂತಹ ಗುರಿ ಅಥವಾ ಉದ್ದೇಶವನ್ನ ಈಡೇರಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ನಮಗೆ ಆತ್ಮತೃಪ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡುವುದರ ಮೂಲಕ ಆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗಳನ್ನ ಅಳವಡಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮೂಲ ಏನು ಒಂದು ಸ್ವರೂಪ ಇತ್ತು, ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಭಾವ, ಆ ಸ್ವರೂಪ ಅಥವಾ ಅಂಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಗಳಾದ್ರೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಅಂಶಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಕಲಿಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದ ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ರೋ ಅಂಡ್ ಕ್ರೋ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ meaningful, where we'll try to understand once again. It is nothing but acquisition of habits, knowledge and attitudes, wherein we try to involve ourselves to do the things very differently, and it is purely an individual process where we try to get the solution for the problem that we are meeting. Okay, to any type of situation, if I wanted to adjust, I should have to learn something. So that is what it is known as the progressive change in the behavior. So whatever the changes we can see in the form of a process, behavior of an individual, that is definitely known as learning. So how we were at the childhood and how we are today and how we would be in the future, there are not many differences you can see in anybody's personality. So that is how learning is to be explained by Crow and Crow in a very beautiful manner. Moving to the next slide, one more definition which was given by Woodworth R.H. related to the concept of learning, I would like to highlight it. According to Woodworth, learning is an activity which can be called learning so far it develops the individual and makes its behavior and experience different from what that would otherwise have been. So what all the characters which are helping an individual to consider himself or herself something different from others. So those all aspects will come under learning process according to Woodworth. ಒಬ್ಬನ್ನ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರಿಂದ ವಿಭಿನ್ನವಾಗಿ ತೋರಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಅಂಶಗಳು ಕಾರಣೀಕೃತವಾಗಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ಸೇ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಎ is not like person B. So what are the major criteria, the characters which you are identifying among both A and B or between both A and B? So those characters definitely are different with each other. So those characters themselves are known as the process of learning. So which will help every one of us to understand how important it is. So in that connection, it is somewhat very beautiful concept. And one more definition which was given by Shank in the year 1996 related to learning is, it is an enduring change in the behavior or in the capacity to behave in a given fashion, which results from practice, other forms of experience. So hand and where we used to move on to different conditions, okay, like as per practice is considered, or you can say experience is considered. According to experience and practice, we do change our behavior. So the progressive changes in any personality are known as learning according to Shank. Now finally, based on some of the definition, even there are a number of definitions which are available. If we try to understand the main factors based on the available definition, what all we can conclude is learning is nothing but it which brings changes in the behavior. Okay, that is only for the purpose of betterment. ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸುಧಾರಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ವರ್ತನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗುವ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಅಂಶಗಳು ಬದಲಾವಣೆಗಳು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಕಲಿಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅನಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. Somebody is drawing or somebody is disturbing the class. Please don't do that. I can easily identify, but it is not good for you. Okay. At the initial stage, somewhat I have given. Please don't play with your mobiles. Yes. As I was talking about the factors, the main factors based on the available definition is learning is nothing but which changes the behavior. Okay. That too for the purpose of betterment. So ಒಬ್ಬರನ್ನ ಸುಧಾರಣೆ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, if suppose if I wanted to move further, if I wanted to update myself, if I wanted to improve myself, so whatever the new options I definitely develop, or how I used to develop those all new aspects in my personality, so that I have changed myself. So those process definitely brings behavioral changes. That is what learning is. And learning can also be identified like the changes which used to take place through the practice as well as the behavior, and not due to the maturation. ವಯಸ್ಸಾದಂಗ ಬಳಸೋದ ಕಲಿಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬದಲಾಗಿ based on the practice. So at the time, just to think of riding a vehicle or moving a bicycle from one place to another. So we all learned how to ride a vehicle based on the practice. Okay, based and whatever the mistakes we did, we have not repeated that, so that we came to a conclusion that so this is the way how to ride a bike. Or whatever we are today, the process of writing, the process of reading, the process of listening, the process of speaking, those all aspects are usually based on this only. So based on maturity as well, not based on maturity. Am I not audible?
Yes, sir.
ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡೋದು ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ? Somebody has messaged me that I am not audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, if there are any issues, or else just I will remove. We can see. Okay. I think there are some issues in the headphone. Now, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Sir, clear it, sir, voice.
Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
The which brings changes in the behavior is also known as what I can say. The next element that I should have to focus is change that usually takes place through the practice as well as the behavior. Okay, how and when we used to express the different experiences or the practices. If I do change my personality, there also I can see the improvement in my personality. So that is also the process of learning. Okay, if there are any modifications in the behavior also, it can be called as learning. Okay, not due to maturation, if there are changes in my personality, that is what learning I can say. And finally, you can say change in behavior should be relatively permanent, lasting for years, months, or weeks. Sometime the change that we are all talking about, it may be for a few days, months, or years. So that is all what can be considered as. Now, talking about the learning process, the three important aspects which are actually covered under the process of learning, there should be a proper motive, which is not again the statement from my side. Learning process is usually carried through various steps according to H.P. Smith. He has identified three important processes, three important elements he talked about in the process of learning. So when learning is to take place, he has identified three important aspects or dimensions, which includes there should be a proper motive for learning, or it can be called as a drive in psychology. If there is a proper motive or a particular aim or a particular intention for that learning, definitely learning is to take place. Next is an attractive goal. There should be a proper goal. Without goal, learning will not take place. Today, if you wish to attend the class, that is only because you have that goal, so that most of you are joined. But some of the batch of your some of your friends were not joined because they don't have any goal. Like why should I attend that class? Like that, if they have that, they cannot. So the one who used to have, the one who is motivated, the one who is very attracted, the one who used to have very attractive goal, or if there is a blockage, if there is a hurdle, if there is a problem in attaining that goal, and by crossing that limit, if you are in a position to get the right type of result, finally you are going to get the success. That is what the aspects which were actually required in the process of learning. Let me quote an example for this, how these three aspects are actually required. If you are feeling very hungry, where do you go? Usually you will go to the kitchen, and you will see the food material that you are actually thinking of. So if you are interested in eating some favorite snack that you are actually fond of very much, but that material is not available, and it is there at the high level, means which is not easily accessible for your height is considered. So next what you will do is, as you are feeling very hungry, as nobody is there to help you out, but the food is there in the kitchen, but it is not that accessible. It is at the top of the cupboard. So you wish to reach to that cupboard. What you will do is you will think. So you have a goal that you should have to fulfill your hungry or hungerness. Next is the food is also available. You are motivated to eat that food, but the opportunities are not allowing you. The condition of the kitchen is not allowing you to eat. But ultimately, you should have to think, yes, as your height is not matching, as you are unable to reach to that level. So, but still there are opportunities. So there are hurdles. So the problem in this condition is you cannot reach to the condition. You cannot reach to the food item. So what you did is you went to a hall, or you went to the other room or dining table. You brought that dining chair or some stool or any instrument which is helpful for you to improve your height. So you kept that table or a chair or that box in the kitchen room. On that particular chair you stand, again you reach to that food item. So finally you got the food which you are very much attracted by, or which you are very much fond of. So finally you got the food and you ate and you were very happy. So in this example, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ನೋಡಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. So that how you need to meet the expectation that you met only because of the when there is a problem, when you are motivated, when you have a goal, definitely you have modified your behavior. As you, in a regular condition, if the food is usually available, you can easily go to the kitchen, you can take and you can easily eat. But the condition is different. Though there is a hurdle, as you are very much motivated, that you are feeling very hungry, so that you can fulfill that by eating that food. So you went, you tried, when it is not available, when it is not possible for you to meet, there what you did is you came back to the room and you got some object, you went with that object and you made that object to, that means on that particular object like chair and stool, you stood for a while and you already finally you got the food item. So this is the way how you got. So in this aspect, in this example, there should be a motive, there is a motive, there should be a goal, and that was the goal is fulfilling the hungerness, and finally you got the problem. Like this, H.P. Smith has identified the learning process. So till now we have discussed about what is learning and what is the process of learning.